Hey Peter, so just wanted to give you a little bit of an idea of what I'm doing here with this unobvious interest-based targeting. It's a new strategy that I've just kind of figured out, and I wanted to give it a go. I've seen this work across a couple of other accounts, so it's like pretty new. I'm talking a week old, so I want to test it with your things and just see if we can get any response from it. So basically, how it works is we obviously, when we're looking at interests and behaviors for our targeting on Facebook, there's the super obvious ones. So in your case, we look at things like tax minimization, anything here, like money, finance, like Beth Investor, asset management, investment companies, tax refund deductions, so forth. So all things are related around tax and reducing your tax, anything around saving money or protecting assets or building your assets, that sort of thing. So what we do, Facebook actually has an audience insights tool. So what we do with that is, and what that allows us to do, is plug in each of these interests here. So for example, let's just take maybe personal finance or tax refund. That's pretty a bit of a no-brainer. So if we take tax refund, let's see, just change to match up with Australia. So I just plug tax refund in here. And what this will do, it'll give me stats around tax refund on anyone in Australia. So then I can, let's see, just put in the ages that we're looking at. So 35, 55 just as a base. And then what I can do as well is go down to page likes here. So then looking at the top 100 pages that someone who is interested in or shows an interest around tax refund is most likely to engage with or follow on Facebook. So I can get that top 100. So we can see here, Mr. Tax Refund, that page there has an affinity of 2,300 times. So what that means is someone who is interested in tax refund is 2,357 times more likely to follow this page here. So what I do is I take that list of 100 and I pull it out and I do the same for every single one of these obvious keywords. So what that looks like at the end is I have all these 100 lists all here. So there's over 3,000. So each of those top 100 page likes lists that people follow based on these common or these interests, these obvious interests. I then take all those and then I find which ones are the most reoccurring amongst that list. So we can see here American Express, Uber, AirAsia, ANZ, realestate.com, for example. So out of the 31 interests, or the 31 top 100 lists based on this source list here, American Express appears 26 times, Uber 24 times, AirAsia 23, etc. So what I have done is then set up some new, oh, they're not approved for whatever reason, so I'll go in and check out why. But what I've done is just set up the targeting and the audience. So looking at Guy Meir, 25k radius, 37 to 55, and just looking at anyone who's interested or follows American Express. Same for AirAsia, ANZ, Uber, realestate.com, etc. So that's the strategy that I'm going to roll test. So I would like to see how that looks, and if that produces any cheaper leads, and it's sort of finding these unobvious interests. So the positive there is we can deliver our ads a lot cheaper because anyone who's in the same space or targeting anything around tax minimization or any competitors, say they're probably all going to be using at least one of these. So rather than using all these in our interest targeting, we can find the unobvious interest that would most likely be the same people, but being able to deliver the ad a lot cheaper, and in theory giving us a cheaper cost per lead, cost per return. So I want to test this out over the next week and just to really see how it goes, and if we can, like for example, one or two of these work, we can just start to scale them up. But yeah, that's a bit of an idea of the strategy that we're working on right now. So let me know what you think, and yeah, I'm keen to see how the results.